And now for this week's comment of the video. This comment comes from Sakina. Sakina says, the reviews for the cake batter last I checked were not good. I just picked up a 4-pack of the strawberries and cream. I've never tried those before. I really hope you get to try the cake batter ones. They are literally my favorite. As I mentioned in the video, I'm a sucker for cake, and this particular Premier protein was good in coffee. It was good by itself. It had a light, fluffy flavor of cake that was kind of mixed in with a very subtle vanilla. It wasn't too sweet. It wasn't too bland. It was just right, at least for me. So hopefully you'll get to try that. Thank you so much for your comment, and I hope that you enjoyed your strawberry and cream protein shakes. If you are interested in getting your comment read as the comment of the video on my next video, just make sure to drop a comment down below. And you never know, you might be the one I choose. Bye.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome biggity back, y'all. Hey, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello. If you're not new here, then it's just welcome back. My name is Kelsi, and I have lost a total of 115 pounds with the help of my tool, the gastric sleeve. It's my hope that through my videos, you're able to find the answers to questions you've been looking for, or the path to choosing surgical weight loss is made that much easier. Welcome back to another episode of Car Talk. I really like my Car Talk videos because I feel like, I don't know, it's kind of like we're on lunch break and we're just sitting and we're talking about some things. To me, it's really fun to talk to you guys like that. It just seems more relaxed. It seems more, you know, and y'all are like, no, we don't know, Kelsi. But anyways, welcome back to another episode of Car Talk. Today we're going to be talking about emotional changes that you can expect to go through once you have had your gastric sleeve or any type of weight loss surgery. A lot of things change with our bodies after gastric sleeve surgery or any type of weight loss surgery. Your hormones change, your mindset changes, your confidence rises, and sometimes your insecurities become a little higher. And I know it's kind of weird to think like, I've had weight loss surgery, I've lost all this weight, and now I'm more insecure than I was to begin with. Yeah, it happens. So we're going to talk about a few of those emotional changes and my thoughts on them. So weight loss surgery is a significant change that many of us and other people make in their lives. And during that time and after your surgery, you can experience bouts of depression, anxiety, and lots of other emotional changes that tend to stabilize afterwards. But those first few months, maybe 4 to 6 months after your surgery, things can kind of go a little haywire. So I'm just going to kind of give you a little bit of information of what you can expect and maybe kind of prepare you for that. Not saying that it's an all the time thing, but it does happen. Everybody is different. Everybody's journeys are different, and the things that we experience are different as well. So hopefully this will put you on game. It'll put you in the game, coach. The first one that I felt affected me the most was social situations and social pressure. Being from the South, and I've said this before, we celebrate everything with food. You know, birthdays, bar mitzvahs, promotions, deaths, marriages, you know, anything. We celebrate it with food because that is just what our heritage is. Comfort food, you know, soul food, things that make your soul feel good. But a lot of times after weight loss surgery, we can't eat the way that we once did. And it kind of leads you to feeling isolated and insecure and stressed because you don't exactly know how to navigate those situations when you're in those social settings and people are expecting you to be the same person that you were before your surgery. It's really stressful to know that you're going to a gathering where you know some of your favorite foods pre-surgery are going to be there. And I'm talking about food like they're a person, but your favorite foods are going to be there in attendance, and you're not going to either be able to try them or you're afraid to try them because you don't want to rekindle those nasty desires to eat that type of food. It can be discouraging. You can feel isolated because nobody really understands what it feels like to walk into a room and be stressed out by all of the food that is there. And I'm looking because, I'm like, chocolate covered strawberries, and you've got sandwiches and donuts and cakes and cookies and pies and ice cream and all this wonderful stuff, this candy and things that are just out, and nobody really understands why the only thing that you can really eat from is the veggie and the meat and fruit tray. While you're watching them eat birthday cake, like pre-surgery, birthday cake was my absolute, like, I didn't care what kind of cake it was. Birthday cake, baby shower cake. Baby shower cake always seemed like it was the best. I don't know why. And I always wanted a corner. I wanted the corner of the cake that had the most icing. Listen. And so you walk into a room and you're surrounded by people who are eating your favorite things pre-surgery, and you are faced with the idea of, well, I can't be like my friends. I can't eat what I want to eat. So now I just have to just deal and go over here and eat from the fruit tray. And that's frustrating to some people, and it can make you feel isolated and alone because nobody understands exactly what you're going through. So that's why it's so important to have a really close and tight-knit group of people, a network, who can help you work through those feelings to make you not feel so isolated and alone during social situations. So the first emotion that you may deal with: isolation, separation, feeling alone, and uncertain. Those are a lot. Number 2, you're going to deal with a depletion of your serotonin. And I didn't understand this until I got into the throes of my post-op life. Serotonin is the transmitter that helps you keep a positive attitude and upbeat outlook on life, and just really helps you be in an overall good mood. For many bariatric patients, the serotonin levels do kind of tank after surgery, and that's just because your hormones are all over the place. But here are a couple ways to help you boost your serotonin to keep you at a level to where you're not feeling so down and in the dumps as much. Ensure that you are getting your optimal amount of protein. Protein helps the brain be able to utilize and create more, you think it's called tryptophan?
Wrong. The actual pronunciation of the word is tryptophan. Tryptophan.
Which will help the brain produce more serotonin. Believe it or not, protein is connected to your mood. Have you ever noticed where if you don't eat enough protein or your food's kind of off that day, you're in a bad mood, hangry, you're just irritable, you're crabby? Probably has a lot to do with the amount of protein you didn't get that day, which then fed into your amount of serotonin that your body's producing, and then you're just a big crab. And I know that's hard to believe, but our bodies are so intertwined and so like meshed with each other or within themselves that one thing affects everything, and it's like a domino effect. So with bariatric patients, over time, a high protein diet and the lack or nutritional deficiencies or things that you're not getting can affect your mood, and it can really aid in the decrease of the production of serotonin. It can affect your appetite. It can affect your ability to sleep. Serotonin is responsible for a lot of things that go wrong with us mood-wise. And I didn't know that not getting enough protein can affect your sleep until after my surgery. On days where I struggled with my protein, there were days that I just couldn't sleep good. Like my legs, I have like restless leg syndrome. It was the weirdest thing. If I didn't get enough protein, it felt like I just needed to kick my leg all night long. It was horrible. Another way for you to boost your serotonin levels naturally is to go outdoors, get moving, hike, walk around the park, go experience some nature, let the wind, the sun, get some vitamin D. 2 kinds of vitamin D. The vitamin and another D. Anyways, you know what I'm saying. It will help boost your mood, help put you in a good mind space, and get you going to where you need to be, and it will help boost your serotonin levels and your mood. That's a natural way to do it, along with getting your protein. So another emotional thing that you can experience is, a depletion in serotonin, which can cause depression, a lower outlook on life, just being overall down in the dumps. But hopefully you're able to combat that with the little tips I gave you. And the last one, which is I feel the most common with everyone, is unrealistic internal expectations that we set for ourselves. Too often in our lives, we are our own worst enemy. We are our harshest critic. We are the the player of our own violin. Our internal narrative can be so devastating sometimes that it can really knock you off the course of your path, because you're beating yourself up because you decided to eat a half of a cupcake, or you had some M&Ms, you know, or you did something that you won't normally do. Sorry, somebody's pulling in. You did something that you wouldn't normally do, and it affects you. And so instead of taking that as okay, you know, that's just one part of my day, instead of taking that and using it to help build and, you know, grow, because we are human and we're going to eat what we're going to eat, and we make mistakes. Instead of using that and growing from it, we allow it to completely derail us on our journey. Also, set unrealistic deadlines for ourselves. I know I did that in the beginning. When I first had my surgery, I told myself, you're going to lose 150 pounds in 6 months, and that's just it. And when at 6 months, when I had only lost 70 pounds, I was an absolute wreck. I felt like a failure because, you know, other people, because once again, it's that dangerous thing of comparing ourselves to other people's journeys, not understanding that our journey is our own journey. And we can't say, okay, well, you know, Misty Jane over here lost 100 pounds in 3 months, and I should be losing 100 pounds in 3 months. And so we set unrealistic expectations. And then when we don't meet those unrealistic expectations, we then begin to tear ourselves apart, and that completely ruins us. It ruins us. Other things that can contribute to that: friends and family may not be as supportive as we want them to be. You know, we go into this thinking that our friends and our family and our coworkers are just going to support our decisions and our, you know, our want to do better for ourselves. And when they are not as supportive as we want them to be, it completely destroys us as well, because we expected that really good friend who really wanted to see us lose weight to really be there for us. And then when that person isn't, it's like, what happened? Why are you not supporting my journey? Why are you against me? Why are you not telling me the things that I need to know as a friend to help me get through this rough patch? And so that affects us as well. Another thing, the food and the lifestyle changes that we have to make can be initially really, really, really hard. You know, we all say, you know what, I did my pre-op diet with no problem. I'm going to have this surgery, and I'm not going to eat potato chips, and I'm not going to want to eat candy, and I'm not going to want to eat ice cream, and I'm not going to have the cravings. But like I tell you guys, and I've been telling you guys since the beginning, the cravings don't go away. The desire to eat things that we're not supposed to eat, they don't go away. And so once we realize that that particular part of our life is still there, and it's still hard, and it's still hard to deal with, we get down on ourselves, and it causes us to feel like failures. But you're not a failure, because you still desire to eat things that you've eaten all of your life. Just because you have a surgery and your lifestyle has changed does not mean that you change internally and that you don't want potato chips. I love freaking hot Cheetos, and I can't get past them. Those are going to be the downfall of me, but I do it in moderation. And I'm not saying that, and if you choose not to eat those things because they trigger you, that is your journey. You have to tailor your journey to you. Don't do what I do, or, you know, what anyone else does. You do what's best for you. Last but not least, losing weight after you have your surgery may not produce the exact results that you want. And I've had to come to terms with that. Yes, I have lost 115 pounds. Yes, I am absolutely, chef's kiss, proud of myself. Yes, I am absolutely astonished with the results that I have. But I have an issue with my stomach. When I initially thought about weight loss surgery, and I see everyone else's progress and how wonderful their body looks, and how they just, you know, they look like they have lost 115 pounds, or they look like they've lost 150 pounds. My stomach, to me, completely throws me off of my belief that I look like I, you know, have lost. All right, so I had to reposition my phone because, baby, my phone overheated. But what I was saying was, I had a expectation for myself. I had for what I thought was a realistic expectation before I had my surgery, and I thought that I was going to lose the weight and I was going to look a certain way. And unfortunately, I don't look the way that I planned. And it has really affected my feeling on my surgery. So instead of me seeing the person that I am, or the person that I've become, I still struggle because my body is not the way that I planned or hoped it to be. And so feelings like that can really affect us along the way. Feelings like that can really deter us on the, I guess, the positive train and put us on the negative Nancy train, where we can self-sabotage and we can kind of rekindle those self-defeating behavior and thinking patterns, instead of us celebrating and rejoicing in the major strides that we have accomplished and how far that we've come. So I fight every day to get to where I want to be mentally, to ensure that I celebrate what I have done, that I celebrate who I'm becoming, that I celebrate the small things like crossing my legs and wearing jeans and being able, I mean, and I know it's so stupid, but before my surgery, I had Victoria's Secret clothing and I would get an extra large, but this is a large. And for me, that's monumental because I could not wear Victoria's Secret clothing and be comfortable. Now I can. And so that means a lot to me. So I have to celebrate the small things, because looking at my body, I'm definitely not happy. And I feel like I'm not going to be happy until I either have a stomach removal surgery or I do something, you know, drastic, or I lose another 50. I'm not necessarily sure, but I fight the urge to be down and hard on myself every day, because losing 115 pounds is no easy feat. It is no easy thing to do. It is not small potatoes. It is not a easy journey, and it is not an easy journey to keep the weight off. So if you're struggling with, you know, looking at your body and thinking, God, I don't look the way that I want to look, and I hate myself for it, or you find yourself not feeling attractive because you don't look the way that you wanted to look or that you thought you were going to look, take it from somebody who struggles with it every day. Celebrate the small things, and I'm going to forever say that. I'm going to forever push it. Celebrate your non-scale victory. Celebrate the fact that you would have never lost 100 and some odd pounds, or 60 pounds, or 40 pounds by yourself. Celebrate the weight that you have lost, because you deserve everything that you have worked for. You deserve every happy emotion that comes from that. You deserve every non-scale victory that you ever experience. It doesn't matter how small, how minuscule that non-scale victory may be. Take it, put it in your pocket of things that are special and that make you happy, and carry it around, because on days like, you know, when you're not really feeling yourself, or you're down on yourself, you're gonna need it. And it really makes the difference when you're able to look at yourself and look at the progress that you've made. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do like the car talks. I always get sentimental. I always get right down here in my heart. I get right down here where all of those true feelings and those true thoughts are found. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you would like to and you have not, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, so that every time I post, you are able to see my content. I mean, do you not want to be around this space? Who doesn't want to be around this space? Please make sure also to head on over to my Facebook group, One Bite at a Time. It is a safe place to talk about hard things, not just weight loss related, but life related. I love you guys so very much. As I always say, be good to each other, but most importantly, be good and kind and gracious to yourself. You deserve it. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.